This is KGW News at Sunrise.
This morning, we're breaking down the legal case surrounding Measure 113. The state Supreme Court says it expects to make a decision on the measure today, and it turns out the whole Measure 113 case hinges on 13 words. We're going to explain just ahead. Plus,
wearing the letter O, Damian Lillard.
That was the moment of the night. The crowd roared for Damian Lillard last night in his first appearance back at the Moda Center as a Buck during the Blazers versus Bucks game. Coming up on Sunrise, though, how Dame felt being back in the Rose City.
Today is also the first day of Black History Month. We have special guests coming up in our Sunrise studio, and we're also shining the Sunrise spotlight on one influential athlete from Oregon. This morning, we're going to learn all about Ahmad Rashad and his journey from local athlete to Emmy award-winning broadcaster.
Yeah, we have so much to cover this morning. Glad you're here with us on this Wednesday and first day of February. Kind of crazy that we're already here. Chris will have your traffic. Yeah. Rod's got your weather.
Tomorrow's Groundhog Day.
I know.
I look forward to Groundhog Day. I'm excited about tomorrow.
Is that like a weatherman's favorite day of the year?
Well, you know, yeah. I think so. It's my favorite day of the year. That's tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow we will know so much more about what's going to happen in the coming months. It's very exciting, really, when you think about it. All right, we have clouds. We have showers moving south to north. Everybody has rain. We talked about this yesterday. You folks watching us out in eastern Oregon, a far better rain chance today than what you had yesterday. Now, currently, it's pretty quiet at the coast, but we've got showers moving up and down parts of the valley. Radar picking up only light rain showers at the Sour. It's comfortable again. We're at 45, 51 degrees at noon. Temperatures today generally mid-50s for highs here in the valley. The east winds finally fading away, so most of us will see light winds on this first day of February. Here's Chris.
And people on the east side are like, after 4 weeks, great. All right, let's take you to the north side of town. This is I-5 near the Interstate Bridge, that southbound commute, just a couple of cars trickling across the Interstate Bridge. We're in pretty good shape there. Here's a quick look at the Banfield. Eastbound drive, busier right now out near Providence Medical Center, but no problems on that side of town. Same story in Wilsonville. Guys, the freeways are free and clear of any trouble just yet. Back to you.
All right, Chris, thanks for that update. Let's get to our top story this half hour. Coming up later today, the Oregon Supreme Court is expected to rule on the legality of Measure 113. More specifically, they'll decide whether or not 10 Republican senators who walked out of last year's legislative session are eligible for re-election. So at this point, it's all about the interpretation of the voter-approved measure. The law disqualifies any lawmaker who racks up 10 or more unexcused absences from seeking re-election. Lawyers for both sides testified in court in December. At this point, the argument really comes down to whether or not Measure 113 was written to keep those absentee lawmakers from running in the next election or the one after that. Here's what Republican Tim Knope had to say about the expected ruling.
I've been very clear. I think we win either way, quite frankly. I mean, if the court sides with us, it's clear victory. If it doesn't, I think we still win because our members literally have no reason to show up. And so in order for them to show up, they're going to want to see that they're going to be able to make a difference.
Nearly 70% of Oregon voters voted in favor of Measure 113 back in 2022.
To some other news headlines we're tracking for you this morning. A person was attacked with a knife in northeast Portland just before 8 o'clock last night. Police say they're not sure whether the person was attacked on a MAX train or at the stop on Northeast Holiday and 7th Avenue in the Lloyd District. They found the person on the platform, though, and took them to the hospital with a slash in the leg. The injuries are non-life-threatening. Transit police found the suspect and arrested him.
The woman who pushed a toddler onto Max tracks has been sentenced to 10 years in the Oregon State Hospital. We also want to warn you the video we're about to show you may be disturbing to some viewers. It shows 33-year-old Brianna Workman pushing that toddler onto the tracks at the Gateway Transit Center back in 2022. We start with this still photo here. Eventually, you'll see the moment where the toddler was pushed onto the tracks. Thankfully, the child was not seriously hurt that day. Workman, meanwhile, was found guilty except for insanity, which puts her in psychiatric care instead of jail.
A man who lost his home in the Tunnel 5 fire last summer is suing the railway company that operates freight trains through the gorge. This after a Washington state report in September found that a train likely caused the fire.
So Devin Haskins is covering this story for us this morning. Good morning there, Devin.
Yeah, good morning. So the lawsuit filed in Skamania County says that BNSF failed to maintain a 46-year-old train that was operating in the area, as well as maintaining the vegetation alongside the tracks that ultimately caught fire. The Tunnel 5 fire started back in July and burned on the Washington side of the Columbia River Gorge. It was right across from Hood River, Oregon. The fire consumed more than 500 acres of trees and brush and destroyed 10 structures. Most of those were private homes. Then a couple months later, in a preliminary report, the Washington Department of Natural Resources determined the likely cause to be from a BNSF train. The report said that due to the age and model type of the train, it's highly possible sparks from the train's brakes and exhaust could have started the fire. The attorney leading this civil case says he's looking to get his plaintiffs back what was taken from them as a result of this fire.
And they're realizing just the magnitude of what it is that they've lost. And that's where a lot of these people are. They're going through that. They're realizing that it's going to be a long time before they're back to where they are before.
Now, in a statement to KGW, BNSF says they do not comment on pending litigation, but wrote adding, "That being said, we are committed to reducing the risk of fires around our tracks and equipment." The railroad company says that they already conduct risk assessments, clear brush, use spark shields, and designate fire watchers to react quickly. The attorney in that civil case said they haven't yet set a number for damages, but should expect to pay out if they settle or if they win to cover the complete loss of what was lost for his plaintiff. He also expects other homeowners to join in. Back to you.
All right, Devin Haskins reporting live for us this morning. We'll check back in with Devin in the next hour. Right now, though, another one of our top stories is our biggest sports story of the morning. Anthony Simons, check this out, hitting the big shot last night for the Blazers in the final minute of play as they held on to beat their former teammate, Damian Lillard, and his new team, the Milwaukee Bucks. 119-116, the final score. So this was a game that you did not want to be late to because the announcement of the starting lineups was really the biggest moment of the night.
Right. Super exciting game. And it was the first time former Blazer Damian Lillard stepped back onto the court at Moda Center since getting traded last September. KGW's Orlando Sanchez takes us back to Dame time.
Welcome back to Rip City.
It's just been like being back home.
A homecoming for Damian Lillard.
Being around my family, seeing all the faces being in my house, things like that, it's just great to be back.
A night fans have been waiting for.
Today's my birthday and I love Dame, so it was perfect.
I bought tickets as soon as they came on sale.
I love Dame, have always been a big fan.
Emotional because this is his home, he's our family.
Just like old times.
From Weber State, wearing the letter
Rip City showing love and appreciation to the letter O. A thank you for 11 seasons of memories. The Blazers' all-time leading scorer, soaking in the moment. This time, wearing green.
I just kind of stood in it. It was like, man, this is a big deal, just to take that moment and to have everybody in the building just show me that type of love. It's acknowledgement of a lot of things, during my time here, so I appreciated it.
Video tributes flowing through the first quarter. The good times, on and off the court. Giving back to a city that means so much to him.
It's going to always be a part of me, it's going to be a huge part of my legacy and what I've been able to accomplish as a man, as an athlete.
While Lillard competes for championships in Milwaukee, you never know what the future holds. Like Dame time, returning to Portland one day.
I wanted the opportunity to contend, and our team has an opportunity to contend for this year and years to come. And I'm just living in that, but I definitely, like I said when I was traded, I see a day where, I'll be in a Trailblazer uniform again, before I'm done. But like I said, I'm in this time.
Orlando Sanchez, KGW Sports.
I do find that interesting because he keeps going back to that. I remember when he got traded, he mentioned coming back to the Blazers. I thought, well, maybe he means is like a coach someday or some part of the front office. But
no.
There it was very clear. He said he'll wear the uniform again. I mean, time will
for
tell.
one day before he one day before he retires, or just his last year after.
There's a chance
after his playing years are pretty much done. Is what I would guess. But
Pretty crazy game last night. I don't think anyone in our newsroom gave the Blazers a fighting chance in that game, and they ended up winning. So there you go.
Yeah, and we remembered that Doc Rivers hasn't been a very good head coach since the days of the Boston Celtics.
That's the Bucks' new coach, yep.
Here's a look at our climate report. It is the first day of a new month, right? Welcome to February. Normal high 49, normal low 37. These are 30-year averages. And again, how it works at the National Weather Service is at the beginning of every decade, every 10 years, they reset what the average has been for the last 30 years, and that becomes your so-called normal high, normal low. Record for the February 1st, 61 degrees. It's happened a couple times, most recently on 1986. And then the record low one, still one of many record low temperatures and winter records in general held in the cold winter of 1950. We'll be up into the 50s today, so it's going to be an above normal start to the month of February. We have clouds and rain showers like yesterday, working south to north across the area. A couple changes from yesterday. Better rain chance today out east, already seeing that. Although you folks had some showers yesterday, but it's going to be a little bit more often for you today. The coast was really kind of the bullseye of rain yesterday. That's really thinned out at least this morning. Everything you're looking at is mainly light rain, and that's pretty much going to be the case. So you put it all together, the winds have really faded away. There's some breezes from the south along the coast, but mostly the winds aren't bad. Temperatures are comfortable. The rain showers passing are light, so that's a pretty nice day, right? 51 up in Seattle, 45 Portland, 50 Salem. Nobody's cold. In fact, nobody's even close to freezing. Well, the Dow's at 35, I guess you would say. 57 degrees out in Pendleton. So the warmth is still really spread across much of our two states. Here's a look at our Futurecast movie. 9 o'clock this morning, you're just looking at shower activity, again, mostly flowing south to north. Here we are at 4 p.m., really nothing organized, no storms coming in. We are starting to pick up some snow over the Cascades. Snow levels right now is 5,000 feet. Later today, 4,000 feet. Tomorrow, the snow level, 2,500 is the way it looks. There won't be anything heavy. But at least we'll get some cold nights back and we'll stop melting. Again, this most recent stretch of warm temperatures, we've now melted 22 inches of snow off of the base at Timberline. Ski Bowl's down to about 25, 26 inches of snow all of a sudden after having a healthy base. So it'll be good to get some colder weather up in the mountains. Here's some showers, snow showers in blue over the Blue Mountains tomorrow evening. Then for the weekend, see the spinning here. That's that low drop into the south of us. And that should take the rain chances pretty much with it. So our weekend still looks to be pretty nice. Mid-50s today, mostly cloudy, scattered showers. South winds 5 to 15. Shows McMinnville, good morning to you, 55 degrees. Similar numbers up north, Battleground 55, Vancouver 54. Here we go, 54, 50. Showers tomorrow. Mainly dry weekend, 48, 47. A rainy Monday, 46. But there's nothing really exciting on the weather maps as far out as I can see right now. I need some excitement in my life all of a sudden. Back to you.
Would it help you out if I told you we had fried chicken coming?
Oh, that's exciting.
All right,
yes.
that's later this morning.